What's approaching the supreme moment? Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? So I did finish the grind for Goku Jr.'s EZA or Super Saiyan Goku Jr. And luckily, if you saw my last summoning video, I was fortunate enough to pull the new LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku unit. So now we can actually test this unit out on the Goku lineage category, which provides a pretty decent boost to stats. So let's go ahead and cover the stats a little bit. I gave this guy a heavy focus on criticals, but I did want to give him a little bit levels toward additional attacks, so I gave him level 4, and then the rest on criticals, which is at level 16. Let's go ahead and cover the stats for this guy, newly improved. And you know, he did get some help in the test, but he definitely does pretty well. Let's go ahead and cover the stats though. Leader skill is going to be the Seekers of the Dragon Ball category lead, key plus 3, HP attack and defense increase of 77%, or intelligence type key plus 2, HP attack and defense increase of 30%. The super attack is going to cause supreme damage to enemy and also raises defense for 1 turn. The passive skill is going to be key plus 2 at the start of the turn, attack increase of 60% when performing a super attack, with also a great chance of an additional attack and defense increase of 60%. So pretty decent boost overall to attack. You're looking at 120% total when all the components with the passive are active. In link skills, you're looking at courage, that is plus 1 key, golden warrior plus 1 key, enemies defense minus 2000. Super Saiyan's 10% increase to attack, all in the family is 15% increase to defense. Saiyan lineage is plus 1 key, GT's plus 2 key, and Shattering the limit is plus 2 key. 3 categories: Hybrid Saiyan, Seekers of the Dragon Balls, and Goku's lineage. So maxed out, you're looking at HP levels of let's see, 12,503. Attack is going to be 12,527, and defense is 7,928. So pretty good unit overall, and I did bring in a couple of units that do kind of help him out with the rotation, like Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, Super Saiyan 3 Great Ape Goku, and then the who was the other one? Super Saiyan 3 Bardock as well. So all these guys are helping out toward both, you know, attack and defense in most cases with the passive skill. Again, did have the double lead team with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku unit, and you might see glimpses of this unit, but he's actually pretty solid even without any dupes. Like both versions, mine and the Friends version didn't have any dupes at 55% potential, and that's what you'll see in the video. And I mean, the unit does pretty well given that there's no dupes. So I think the greatest thing about that unit is the ability to get the, you know, initiate the active skill and also be able to super at, you know, in the same rotation. It makes things a little bit more easier. I mean, apply a little bit more damage, you know, and whatnot. It'll be interesting to see, you know, what type of support units get certain active skills and make things a little bit more efficient and interesting. So, you know, that's one thing we have to look forward to, and we'll see what the future holds with that. But back to the you know, 100% potential Extreme Z Awakened Super Saiyan Goku Jr. It is a free-to-play unit. It does have its own potential orbs assigned, so you won't have to waste any of the you know, type-specific potential orbs on him. So it's definitely worthwhile to do it. And he was always a decent unit, so with the EZA, it only improved and made him better. So even on a Hybrid Saiyans team, he can do, you know, pretty well. Yeah, I mean, overall, he's a very solid unit, and you know, it's a free-to-play unit at the end of the day, so it's definitely worthwhile to get the grind. The biggest thing about this EZA, and it's kind of a good thing that they changed it, is in the past, prior to the EZA, his defense would drop by 40% when performing a super attack. They did get rid of that, and you're actually looking at an attack increase of 60% when performing a super attack. So he's no longer got that defensive liability in some cases. So you know, better defending is always you know, it always leads to better offense overall. You know, so it's definitely a good thing that they did get rid of that defense decrease, so I'm glad they did. In addition, you're looking at a 60% increase to defense as part of the secondary passive, so not only did they get rid of that, they actually improved his defense a little bit. So definitely a good thing for that to happen. And again, this guy's a free-to-play unit at the end of the day, and it's not going to cost you anything except for maybe some Zenny and training items. But you know, the potential orbs are free. You know, it's got his own event, free-to-play card. The EZA is currently available. The story event's available, so it's definitely worth doing right now if you're on JP. And I'm sure a lot of people already had him rainbowed, you know, because the events had come, you know, periodically here and there. So there's definitely been opportunities to get him to 100% potential for a couple of times in the past. But global players definitely have something to look forward to as well. Plan this out and you know, plan for the EZA. Now that the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta are out, the EZA Advantage category will be Vegeta's lineage. So in case you were wondering what type or category has the advantage in that Extreme Z battle, that is the case. And I beat it before the release of the banners, and I basically just brought in a super type team with I used the Spirit Bomb Goku, LR Spirit Bomb Goku or 1000 Day Goku as leads, and then just brought in a bunch of units that fell into, you know, Vegeta's lineage category as well as having the physical type attribute. So yeah, I mean it worked out well. Correction, 1000 Day Goku is all types, not super type. So wanted to make that correction because I did include the physical type Majin Vegeta you get from the Battlefield medals, and he's actually a very good unit too. And I'm quite excited about the strength Majin Vegeta. I got to Dokkan Awaken that guy and test him out, but he seems like a very solid unit as well. Again, this guy, he is getting help from some of the support units, but you know, even with that in mind, the output is definitely pretty good for this type of unit to be able to produce. I did make sure to link him up with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku as well, and some of the rotations, just so you guys get an idea of how they perform together, as well as you know, show off the Goku a little bit too. Especially because right now my version doesn't have any dupes, so it's a good way to kind of see how he is with, you know, the free pass unlocked and no dupes. And again, he does pretty well without any dupes. Like I'm seeing some pretty good numbers, and it can range anywhere from, you know, 2.5 million upwards to close to 4 million in some cases. So definitely has the potential to do well. Of course, you know, having dupes is going to be much better, but you know, not everybody's going to be able to rainbow units, you know, right off the bat. So you know, it is what it is. So this will be a pretty good rotation. I obviously wanted to put the Goku Jr. unit in the middle slot, but since pretty much close to KO and you know, the other guys have either type disadvantage or neutral type settings, just put him up front just to see how he does. You know, 750k without the criticals against Rose's a pretty solid number, and yeah, with the criticals, he definitely does pretty well. Like I said, I wanted him to get more criticals and just kind of get as much you know, damage output as possible, as frequently as possible. So basically I went with more focus on criticals. Now you can go with the balanced approach, either way, it's, you know, it's entirely up to you, but I went with level 4 additional attack level, 16 criticals, and it seems to work pretty well. So 1.9 million, and that wasn't with the criticals. So, you know, type disadvantage producing that amount's pretty good. And we'll go ahead and finish off against the LR Gogeta unit. So yeah, this is how this guy is at 100% potential after the EZA and on the Goku's Lineage category team. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, I always, you know, appreciate you guys watching, so definitely stay tuned for the next one as well. All right, peace out.